Shalom Yasha'Allah. First and foremost, we get all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash, the honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone, who will, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect that pushes the great gospel in sincerity and truth. This is your brother Tazakai Yahweh from the great millstone, Indianapolis camp, coming at you another lesson through the spirit and the power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and Lord willing to be edifying. Got an article here from Forbes.com, and it reads, Karagma Act passes. House approves $280 billion bill. So approves a $280 billion bill to boost Karagma production and counter China. And this article came out July 28th, so yesterday, 2022, the year Yahweh Bahashem Shai turning up. And it reads, the House passed the Karagma Plus bill in a bipartisan vote Thursday, sending it to President Joe Biden's desk a $280 billion package designed to boost domestic Karagma production and make the U.S. more competitive against China. And then also, I believe the Senate, they approved $52 billion, more. Not sure if this is gonna go into this article, but that was another article I seen. So as you can see, definitely serious about those Karagmas. They say the bill passed 243 to 187 with 24 Republicans voting alongside 219 House Democrats, even as Republican leadership opposed the bill. One day after the Senate passed it in a similarly bipartisan 64-33 vote. So that's what I was talking about. See, here right here says the centerpiece of the bill is $52.7 billion in subsidies for U.S. computer Karagma manufacturing. It also creates a 25% tax credit for semiconductor manufacturing, earmarks $1.5 billion for technology development for U.S. firms dependent on foreign telecommunications, and appropriates $10 billion for the Department of Commerce to create 20 regional technology hubs, right? So, I just think about what Apostle always talk about, the Karagma stations get set up, hey, it makes sense for those, they want to have more hubs built around, especially over here. Say, Texas Republican Michael McCall, one of the 24 Republicans who voted for the bill, called it a national security initiative. See? So they want to secure their property. Want to know everything you do, where you go, where you buy, who you lay with. When you get up, they want to know all those things. Right? It says that promotes U.S. jobs, a message that rang true on both sides of the aisle, and a rare show of bipartisan support for economic policy. It says what to watch for. Biden expected to sign the bill into law. Key background. Proponents of the bill have cast it as a way of easing the ongoing Karagma shortage and helping the U.S. semiconductor industry catch up with East Asia, right? Because they spoke about the shortage, but we know good and damn well via prophecy that that Karagma so-called shortage was not going to last long, because it's a part of the prophecy. It says, that's around the corner. It says, which produces roughly 75% of the world's Karagmas. The United States imports many of its high-tech Karagmas from Taiwan, but China has expanded production recently. A strong domestic semiconductor industry is critical to the economic growth and national security of the United States. Because why? Because economically, what are you going to need to buy and sell, in the times to come, right? So, as people say, it's June, ain't no Karagmas, y'all, bugged out listening to people like that. But going on, it says the Senate bill states, but passing it hasn't been a walk in the park. Negotiations on the bill to support the domestic Karagma industry have dragged on for months, and Republican leaders in Vermont, Senator Bernie Sanders, have lambasted the proposal, as well as a previous version, with Sanders and Republicans like Senator Pat Toomey calling it corporate welfare for large companies. So you're going to always have your division when it comes to it, but we ultimately know what's going to come to pass, right? It says the Karagmas and science art is exactly what we need to be doing to grow our it says crucial quote, but to be doing to grow our economy right now. Salakia. Biden said in a statement Thursday, in the wake of soaring inflation and growing fears from economists that the United States may be entering a recession, right? Because this place is systematically being broken down by Yahweh Bahashem Shai. So yes, inflation, the hyperinflation, all those are, it's evident right now, going on right now, but things are just going to get worse, right? So this is going to be their counter, they use it. That's how they're gonna sway the people. Well, we can do this type of system. But going on, it says House Republican leadership had urged party members to oppose the bill in the memo sent Wednesday night, hours after the Senate passed the bill and just minutes after Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer reached a deal with centrist West Virginia Senator Joe Manchin on a climate, healthcare, and tax package. In the memo, first reported by the Hill, House Minority Whip Steve Scalise accused congressional Democrats of pairing up a tone-deaf agenda that on one hand gives billions away in corporate handouts and on the other hand undoes historic cuts implemented by Republicans. Whatever. Don't give a damn about how y'all feel. They say Republican Sarah Jacobs, surprising facts, Republican Sarah Jacobs, Representative Sarah Jacobs, whose family owns the semiconductor and telecommunications company Qualcomm, was the lone House Democrat not to vote in favor of the bill instead of voting present. So there's another article right here about the Senate passing, because this is the House of Reps. But as you can see, right, money, is being funneled into what? To boost what? The Caragua production. Why? Because it's just a coincidence? No, it's part of prophecy. And which is it's coming to pass right now, and we gonna get that, right? Because it's evident, like Scripture say in the end, this manifest. It's evident that in the time period that we in, it's evident that we in the feet, of the statues that was in Daniel. We at the feet of the iron and miry clay mix. We are in that last revised Roman Empire. We are here. And this is going to be that part of that statue that's going to implement this, right? We're going to get into what they're going to implement. This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. It says what? And he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, right? No matter if you got notoriety or you're famous or you're infamous. It don't matter if you got money. It don't matter if you broke, poor. It don't matter. Right, free and bond, out here having your little liberty, so-called freedom, or locked up to receive what? A charagma in their right hand or in their forehead. So this is an actual thing. This ain't it's spiritual. What you're going to receive? No, you're going to receive something within your body physically, right? And we're going to get that too. We get into that word as well. It says, verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the charagma. So you ain't going to be able to buy or sell unless you have this. It's the reason why they're putting all this money into the production of them, because it's one of the next big prophecies that come to pass. They say what? Or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So you gotta understand this is an actual thing. For newcomers who coming into this truth, this is an actual thing. There's not no trade embargo. It's not sleeping with no white woman. It's not sin. It's not what else they saying? Whatever, all this other madness. Trade embargo, sleeping with white woman is sin. Is imagination. No, whatever these people are saying, that don't listen to them, right? And this term is charagma, because this is what it is. It's what? It's a scratch or etching. So they're going to scratch the flesh. They're going to etch within the flesh, cut into, right? A stamp as a badge of servitude, or a sculptor figure. A sculptor figure is something physically sculpted, not I imagine it and this is in my mind and there is there. No. This is an actual physical thing, right? A stamp and an imprint mark. They say if the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand, that's the badge of the false of the Antichrist. But we understand that ain't no single man, that we waiting to, come out from behind the scenes to, I'm the new world leader, this and that. No, there's many Antichrists. Anybody who oppose ultimately this truth, who oppose Yahweh Shema Shai, everything that has to do with the truth, you are an Antichrist, right? Because even Yahweh Shai said there are many Antichrists. There's a lot of people who did not believe on him. They were Antichrist. Likewise in today's time now, right? Now this says what? The mark branded upon horses. So this is showing you what it is. It's showing you that this is a badge of servitude. This is a physical thing to show that what? You belong to somebody else. And you people who uphold this system and want it to keep going on, and you just comfortable being a slave, being a servant, being oppressed, you guess what? You're going to say what? You're going to choose Esau Edom to be your master. Right? That's who you believe in, who your God. That's who the people who receive this, and that's who that's what you're saying, right? Themed cars, sculpture, graven, idolatrous images. These are not imaginary things, but I thought about it, and here it is. How the hell can you, this is not even gonna get too far, but yeah, this is a physical thing that you have to receive in order to buy or sell, right? It says, here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding. So you gotta have understanding when it comes to these things. Ultimately, Yahweh Shem Shai has to fill you with this knowledge, wisdom, knowledge, understanding. Count the number of the beast, where it's the number of a man, and this number is 603 And Jake, I used to talk to a Levi. He talking about it's the carbon and all this and that. Like, all right, man. Believe what you like. We're not in the time of bending over backwards and get you to believe it. Hey, if you don't want to receive it, if you don't want to hear it, then hey, take your ass on somewhere else. Do what you want to do, right? Because in the time, because those people are what, man? They're just blind. Because he keep talking to me about cryptocurrency, this and that. I don't want to hear none of that. You talking about, well, you better get it now while you can. Well, guess what? You know what's gonna happen to you? When the time period comes, they gonna change the whole. And then he even say like, oh, well, the economy, the dollar's gonna go away. Yes, guess what? They're gonna put the money. This money system is gonna go to what? Digital currency was gonna be what? The MOTB, right? But this is these people, right? It says for people like him, Isaiah 29:9. Stay yourselves in wonder, cry ye out and cry. They are drunken, right? You're drunken, right? But not with wine, not with actual wine, not with actual drink or alcohol. No, you're drunken with those dumbass and those wicked left-handed philosophies and doctrine. That's what you're drunk with, and they stagger. You're staggering. You're not stable because you're all over the damn place. Bugged out, but not with strong drink. Yeah. So, like I said, this is a symbolic to what the doctrines, the philosophies, the thought process that's against and contrary to Yahweh Shem Shai. The people are drunken with it. And they just staggering back and forth, pretty much in nonsense and confusion and darkness. That's like this Levi. Y'all know I'm a Levite, but this and that, and I got it. Just because that's why we always say, just because you're Israelite don't mean you're going to be saved. They say what? For the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai have poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep. People like that are asleep. Saying sleep. And have closed your eyes, the prophets and your rulers, the seers have he covered. And ultimately that means what? Yahweh Shem Shai does not want you to get it. He don't want you to understand. He don't want you to see what's coming to pass. He ultimately what? Is reserving for you to be destroyed. That's why if he don't open your eyes to this to receive it and to be of the hopeful elect, because he wants you to die. Right? And that's what's going to happen. You got people who, I've been saying this is going, this is going to happen. But matter of fact, before I even get to here, I got another one. Because people like that, they not going to get it until what? After they get hit by a damn missile. It say, Isaiah's commission, Isaiah chapter 6, verse 8. Also, I heard the voice of the Lord saying, who shall I send and who will go for us? Then said I, here am I, send me, right? So the band of the Lord, the prophet of the Lord, said, I will go. And that's what we do in the spirit today. We stand up, we going down, we rising up against the evildoers, right? That's the men of the Lord. Lord will be at the elect. It says, and he said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed. So we tell you what's going to come to pass. We tell you out of the scriptures, out of the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai. It say, but understand not. So y'all hear, but y'all understand not. And see ye indeed, but perceive not. We can show you exactly. This is what we can show you. This is what they, create. And this is what they want to put out there. This is what they plans. And we can show it to you, put it dead in your goddamn eyes. And what? Perceive not. You're still not going to be able to see it. Make the heart of this people fat, right? Make their mind fat, clog it up, take the understanding away from them, and make their eyes heavy and shut their eyes so that you can't see. Lest they see with their eyes and hear with their ears and understand with their heart and convert and be healed. But the only way that you're going to be able to be healed is Yahweh Shem Shai wants you to be healed. It's up to him. At the end of the day, it ain't up to us. We just use as utensils. We use as the mouthpiece of Yahweh Shem Shai. So it's ultimately up to him to put the spirit on you, to open your eyes, to open your minds, to open your ears, that you may hear and that you may convert and be healed. But you people are sick who are without this healing, who are without this wisdom, knowledge, understanding. And what's going to ultimately happen to you? You're going to become terminally ill, and your ass going to die via this, this wickedness and those left hand doctrines and philosophies that you hold on to. It says, then said they said, all right, Lord, how long? Like, so how long these people not going to be able to perceive this? How long they not going to be able to, to understand and be able to see? And he answered, till the cities be wasted without inhabitant, and the houses without man, and the land be utterly desolate. That's when the people going to get it after they receive their judgment. after they receive destruction. Got to tell you, in the kingdom when you're born back, this will happen. This will happen. You was part of, you was part of the dead. Those who are what? Spiritually asleep, not understanding, right? You was part of those people, one in the congregation of the dead, without wisdom, knowledge, understanding. Ultimately, you chose to, uphold man, man's ways, man's philosophies, and not the ways of Yahweh Shemel Shai. So when it come to pass, what if they don't wake up, brother? Well, some people not, and they gonna realize that after they get put to death. That's when they gonna realize it, right? But you gotta understand, it's only a matter of time, and it's a set appointed time for all these things to come to pass, right? Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time. So there's an appointed time. There's a designated time, right, for these prophecies to come to pass. Let me see, like say a fixed time, an appointment, or a season, appointed time, appointed place. So it's a set, designated, appointed time, right? A set time for these things to come to pass. But at the end it shall speak and not lie, meaning what? These prophecies going to speak and not lie, because what? They are the words of Yahweh Shemel Shai. That's what it said, write them down, for they are faithful and true. Yahweh Shemel Shai is not a liar. Though it tarry, right? Though it seem to tarry, though it seem to, linger on, though it seem to delay in your eyes, it's taking too long, y'all said this and that. They say, what the Lord say, wait for it. So the true worshipers of Yahweh Shemel Shai are going to wait for these things to come to pass. Because it will surely come. Yeah, because we know it will surely come. That's why we standing 10 toes to the Spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shai, telling you the same thing. Jay be like, y'all talking about the same thing, because why? These warnings that we giving out to the people are going to happen. They say what? It will not tarry, so it's not going to delay. It's all going to happen in the time frame that Yahweh Shemel Shai wants it to happen at the end of the day. And we're going to get your judgment. Because Jake, like said, he was talking about the crypto and this and that. And I asked him, what does crypto mean? Jake just don't know what the hell going on. But it's okay, because, hey, they're going to be put to death, and rightfully so. This is Revelation chapter 14, verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man, right? So anybody worship the beast in his image and receive his charagma in his forehead or in his hand. So you receive this, right? The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh Shemel Shai, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, his righteous anger. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Death and destruction is coming to you. If you hear in that day, in that last day of the time of the visitation of Yahweh Shemel Shai, that grand visitation, your ass going to be burnt up with them nukes. That's the fire and brimstone that you're going to be tormented with in those time periods. So like I said, it don't matter, and then it don't even matter if you take it or not. If you of the 2/3, you gonna die whether you take it the charagma or not. If you a heathen, you gonna die whether you take it or not. If you here in that time period, it don't matter. We understand that the elect are not going to take it. But like what Jake said, he was saying, well, no, that's not. They can try to push that, but it's not going to happen. Only a few people. No, they're gonna push it to the whole entire earth, as the scriptures say. Because thou hast kept the word of my pace, right? Because you have kept this truth, meditating this truth, right? I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation. What is this hour of temptation? When they set up them charagma stations and they tell you, hey, if you want to buy or sell, you better take this, or else. That's the hour of temptation, right? Which shall come upon all the world, which is what? Oikoumene, the inhabitants of earth, everybody. What the hell he talking about? Only certain people? No, everybody gonna be presented with this in order to be able to buy or sell. And say to try them that dwell upon the earth. Behold, I come quickly, hold fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. That's why we got to be appreciative and grateful for having this truth that Yahweh Shemel Shai has blessed us with. Because a lot of our people, man, as the scriptures say, if our gospel be hid, it's hid to them that are lost. They are lost. And the only time that they're going to be found is after they be born back into the kingdom, after being destroyed on this side. So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to sincere Akwaf out there listening. Only get all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash, the Bonasai apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule well, and peace and blessings to the whole elect, especially the great gospel in sincerity and truth. Shalom, Yasha Allah.